The Klondike has a way of testing every miner's patience, skill, and endurance. In Season 16, Episode 7, titled Surprise Fortunes, the pressure of deadlines, tough terrain, and unexpected challenges pushes every miner to the edge. Parker Schnabel is at Sulphur Creek, standing face-to-face with the clock. His water license is running out, leaving him only 3 weeks to extract as much gold as possible from his claim. He cannot wait for perfect conditions. Every decision he makes now could make or break the season. He leans over, examining the dirt carefully, studying the pans and the slightest hints of gold left behind by early miners. One promising flash is enough to reignite belief in the ground's potential. Parker makes a bold call. He instructs his foreman, Mitch Blash, to expand the cut by 2 acres and push the machines to their absolute limits. This is a gamble that requires full manpower, flawless machine operation, and relentless effort. Trucks arrive, excavators roar to life, and the wash plant becomes the heartbeat of the operation. Dirt pours in continuously, the rhythm of gold extraction echoing through the camp. Parker's mindset is clear. There is no playing it safe. Every ounce of gold in the ground must be captured before the water shuts off. The operation is going well until disaster strikes. One of the excavators goes down, bringing the entire system to a grinding halt. The silence that follows feels deafening. Every idle minute costs thousands of dollars, and Parker knows that any delay can be catastrophic. There is no room for panic. Taylor Matea, the camp mechanic, jumps into action. He traces the issue to a faulty parking brake, a minor failure that could unravel the entire week's work. With steady hands and focus, Taylor fixes the machine and brings it back online, saving the operation from disaster. As the week progresses, the crew begins preparing for the weekly weigh-in. Exhaustion is visible on every face. Bob, working the bridge cut, sets the tone with 188.40 ounces of gold. It is a solid haul that boosts morale. Slice Eifer continues on the Golden Mile, bringing in 232.10 ounces, a strong contribution that keeps the team motivated. Then all attention shifts back to Sulphur Creek, where Parker's expanded cut is ready for the scale. The results are staggering. The single wash plant produces 46.50 ounces, matching the combined output of the other 2 plants on the claim. Adding all totals together, the weekly haul reaches 827 ounces, worth approximately $2.8 million. Parker has just recorded the biggest weekly haul of his career. In the face of expiring water, machine breakdowns, and extreme pressure, Parker not only survived the week, he dominated it. While Parker celebrates his career-defining success, Rick Ness faces a much tougher week at Lightning Creek. The diamond cut offers little gold, barely more than a handful of ounces. The disappointment is heavy, especially as Rick is facing a final payment to landowner Troy Taylor. Every setback feels like the noose tightening. Rick refuses to give up. His focus moves to the boulder cut, but once again, disaster strikes when the main excavator goes down. Without it, the rock trucks cannot move and progress halts. Ryan Kent becomes the quiet hero, spotting a leaky hydraulic hose near the pump. He fixes it quickly, restoring the operation and giving the crew a second chance. Then comes a piece of unexpected news. Rick receives word that his water license at Duncan Creek has been extended. The announcement brings a wave of relief, laughter, and hope to the camp. Duncan Creek has already paid out nearly 6,000 ounces over 4 seasons, with remaining pay piles valued at over $1 million. This extension gives Rick the chance to continue his work and keep his dream alive. Despite modest returns at the boulder cut, the approval ensures that his operation will continue. Rick's week closes with 22.35 ounces, worth roughly $78,000. It's enough to survive, though far from a breakthrough. Meanwhile, Tony Beets continues his relentless push at Indian River. The early bird cut has delivered strong results, and Tony wastes no time opening the corner cut in pursuit of a 6,500-ounce goal. His approach is methodical, disciplined, and aggressive. Machines chew through overburden efficiently as Tony focuses on control, speed, and efficiency. Every ounce he extracts reinforces his dominance and sets the pace for the rest of the season. But this relentless approach has consequences. Michael Beets, working under Tony, finds himself short of equipment and manpower after Tony reallocated resources to the main cuts. The task before him feels almost impossible. Frustration creeps in, but his mother, Minnie, offers guidance. She listens patiently and suggests that Michael may one day need his own claim, free from interference. For now, he focuses on survival, turning to old tailings and wash plant piles. Progress is slow, but he manages a first gold haul of 14.28 ounces, worth nearly $50,000. Back at the main operation, Tony's early bird cut continues to deliver massive results. The weekly haul reaches 398.18 ounces, worth approximately $1.4 million, pushing his season total past 2,300 ounces. This is not just about gold totals, it is about discipline, leadership, and relentless forward motion. Every decision, every ounce, and every effort is a measure of control in a season where every moment counts. Episode 7, Surprise Fortunes, captures the raw reality of gold mining. In the Klondike, fortunes can change in an instant, and time is as valuable as gold itself. Parker Schnabel's week demonstrates how patience, instinct, and careful risk-taking can lead to record-breaking results. Rick Ness faces the opposite challenge, showing how even minor setbacks can create enormous pressure. Tony Beats continues to prove the value of strategy and experience. Every weigh-in, every haul, and every decision is a story of survival, determination, and resilience. Parker Schnabel's relentless approach shows that gold is never guaranteed. It must be chased, extracted, and managed with skill and precision. The success he achieved this week was not luck. It was the result of careful observation, attention to detail, and the willingness to push beyond limits. The crew's efforts, combined with Parker's leadership, turned what many thought was a routine week into a career-defining moment. Every ounce measured on the scale tells a story of sweat, risk, and determination. Meanwhile, the challenges faced by Rick Ness and Michael Beats remind viewers that gold mining is unpredictable. Success can come in flashes, but survival requires constant vigilance. Machinery fails, weather interferes, and ground conditions can change suddenly. Every decision matters. Every ounce is earned, not given. In this environment, only those with focus, resilience, and courage can thrive. Parker Schnabel's record-breaking week at Sulphur Creek will be remembered for years. The 827 ounces extracted in a single week, worth $2.8 million, set a new standard. It shows that fortune can favor the bold, but only when preparation, skill, and timing align perfectly. Rick Ness and Michael Beats, despite facing obstacles, continue to demonstrate the resilience required to survive and succeed in the Yukon. Tony Beats continues to set the benchmark for strategic mining and efficiency. This episode highlights that gold is not just a measure of wealth, it is a test of character, determination, and leadership. Every miner faces obstacles, both natural and human, that must be overcome. Parker's success proves that careful observation, calculated risk, and unwavering focus can turn even the toughest conditions into triumph. Rick Ness's struggle shows that perseverance is necessary even when results are not immediate. Michael Beats shows the importance of adapting and finding solutions under pressure. Tony Beats demonstrates the power of experience, planning, and relentless effort. The week's events at Sulphur Creek and Lightning Creek remind us that mining is more than digging dirt. It is a battle against time, nature, and circumstance. Parker Schnabel, standing at the peak of a career-defining week, showcases the rewards of leadership, insight, and timing. Every ounce of gold represents not just value, but also the effort, planning, and skill required to extract it. Rick Ness and Michael Beats demonstrate that even small gains require focus, courage, and adaptation. Tony Beats shows that consistency, control, and planning are as valuable as any ounce of gold extracted. As the episode closes, the stakes for each miner are higher than ever. Parker Schnabel has proven that bold decisions under pressure can result in extraordinary rewards. Rick Ness continues to fight for survival and opportunity, while Michael Beats looks to build a foundation for future independence. Tony Beats maintains his steady path of dominance, proving that experience and strategy are invaluable. In the Klondike, every ounce matters. Every decision counts, and time waits for no one. Weak, the weight of their achievement begins to sink in. The camp is alive with energy, but it is not just excitement that fills the air. There is a sense of urgency, a reminder that in the Klondike, 1 week of success does not guarantee the next. Parker walks through the site, boots sinking into mud, his eyes scanning every piece of equipment and every mound of dirt. Every detail matters. Every machine must operate perfectly. Every crew member must be alert. The gold is only as safe as the decisions they make right now. Back at Lightning Creek, Rick Ness reflects on the relief of the extended water license. It is a lifeline, but it does not erase the pressure. The boulder cut has produced 22.35 ounces, enough to survive, but not enough to thrive. Rick gathers his crew and discusses strategy. Every movement must be calculated, machines must be maintained, trucks must be loaded efficiently, and every ounce of gold counted. Rick knows that one mistake could wipe out the small gains they have achieved. Despite the fatigue and uncertainty, his focus is unshakable. The Klondike is unforgiving, and any lapse can be costly. Meanwhile, Michael Beets continues to work through challenges at Paradise Hill. Rain has turned the ground into a muddy, unstable obstacle course. Moving water to the wash plant becomes a constant battle, slowing progress and testing patience. Despite these difficulties, Michael pushes forward, determined to prove that he can still make gold against the odds. His haul of 14.28 ounces may seem small compared to the massive successes of Parker or Tony, but for Michael, it represents resilience, problem-solving, and the determination to survive. His mother, Minnie, watches proudly, knowing that the experience Michael is gaining now will prepare him for independence in the future. Back at Sulphur Creek, Parker continues to push the limits of his operation. The expanded cut has revealed more gold than expected, but Parker knows that it is only the beginning. Every day, his team faces mechanical failures, harsh weather, and physical exhaustion. Trucks break down, excavators stall, and wash plants clog under the weight of wet gravel and black sand. Every delay costs money and momentum, but Parker's leadership keeps the team focused. He walks among the machines, speaking quietly to crew members, checking angles, reviewing pans, and ensuring that every decision is made with precision. The Klondike storms do not slow down. Lightning streaks across the sky, and thunder shakes the ground as rain pelts the camp. Parker knows that these natural obstacles are part of the challenge. Every machine must be secured, every path cleared, and every safety precaution taken. Despite the chaos of the weather, the crew presses on. Parker understands that fortune favors the bold, but only when courage is combined with careful planning and focus. As the week progresses, weigh-ins reveal just how extraordinary Parker's operation has become. The numbers continue to climb. Every tray of gold tells a story of sweat, skill, and persistence. The numbers reflect not only the bounty of the land, but also the careful attention to every detail of mining. Parker's success is the result of observation, calculation, and the willingness to trust his instincts. Every ounce on the scale is a reminder of the risks taken and the hours invested. At Lightning Creek, Rick Ness continues to battle against the odds. The boulder cut delivers inconsistent results, and mechanical problems threaten to halt progress. Crew members work double shifts, moving rock and maintaining equipment, but the gold remains elusive. Rick's decisions are critical. Should he push the current cut or pivot to a new area with better potential? Every choice carries risk. The extended water license gives him the opportunity to continue, but it also brings responsibility. Every ounce lost is a setback, and every ounce gained must be maximized. Michael Beets, still struggling with limited resources, adapts to the challenges of Paradise Hill. Rain-soaked ground, shifting tailings, and slow water flow test his patience and ingenuity. He devises small solutions to keep the wash plant operating, improvises with available equipment, and continues to extract gold despite the obstacles. His determination reflects a mindset that even small victories matter. Every ounce produced is proof that perseverance and creativity can overcome challenging conditions. Back at Sulphur Creek, Parker's expanded cut continues to deliver astonishing results. The scale shows consistent numbers, reinforcing the magnitude of the operation. Crew members push themselves to the limit, carrying buckets, operating machines, and sorting gold with precision. Every moment is critical. Parker's leadership ensures that even under extreme pressure, the team remains organized and motivated. The flow of gold continues, a constant reminder that risk, planning, and effort are always rewarded in mining, but only when combined wisely. As the week nears its end, Parker begins to reflect. Both the elements and potential intruders. Every measure was calculated to protect the operation. Parker knew that the value of the hollow cut was not just in its immediate extraction, it was in maintaining control of a discovery that had the power to change Yukon mining history forever. Storms continued to batter the area. The harsh conditions of the Yukon never let up. Floodwaters threatened to wash away equipment, heavy winds tested the integrity of temporary structures, and freezing temperatures put every machine and human to the test. Parker remained in control, moving steadily through the chaos. Every decision was deliberate: when to push the extraction, when to hold back, and how to rotate crews to prevent exhaustion. He understood that endurance and strategy mattered as much as skill and luck. The hollow cut demanded respect, and Parker had no intention of underestimating the land. Amid the chaos, the gold continued to pour in. Sluice boxes overflowed, trays bent under the weight, and the numbers climbed higher than anyone had anticipated. Millions were added day after day, confirming that this was no ordinary strike. It was a historic discovery, and Parker's instincts had guided him to the right place at the right time. The magnitude of the find was staggering, but Parker did not allow pride or excitement to interfere with the work. Extraction had to remain methodical, controlled, and precise. Every ounce of gold counted, and every mistake could be costly. The returning crew members who had once walked away faced new challenges. Parker made it clear that loyalty was measured by actions, not words. Those who had left before the discovery had to prove themselves anew. Some accepted the chance humbly, working tirelessly to regain Parker's trust. Others, consumed by anger and envy, could not adapt and were sent away. Parker understood the importance of surrounding himself with a team that would follow his lead without hesitation. The hollow cut was too valuable to risk on divided loyalties or weak resolve. Legal and corporate pressures intensified. Notices from government agencies reminded Parker of permits, taxes, and regulations, while corporations eyed the claim, calculating ways to take control. Offers flooded in, partnerships, buyouts, and security deals, but Parker remained focused on the land itself. This was about more than money. It was about history, legacy, and the satisfaction of seeing years of hard work pay off in a way that few could ever imagine. Every day required vigilance, and Parker remained at the center, guiding the operation with calm precision despite the chaos surrounding him. The legend of the hollow cut grew with every tray of gold. Stories spread across the Yukon, and even veteran miners admitted they had never seen numbers like this in their lifetimes. The discovery became more than a strike. It was a historic discovery, and Parker's instincts had guided him to the right place at the right time. The magnitude of the find was staggering, but Parker did not allow pride or excitement to interfere with the work. Extraction had to remain methodical, controlled, and precise. Every ounce of gold counted, and every mistake could be costly. The returning crew members who had once walked away faced new challenges. Parker made it clear that loyalty was measured by actions, not words. Those who had left before the discovery had to prove themselves anew. Some accepted the chance humbly, working tirelessly to regain Parker's trust. Others, consumed by anger and envy, could not adapt and were sent away. Parker understood the importance of surrounding himself with a team that would follow his lead without hesitation. The hollow cut was too valuable to risk on divided loyalties or weak resolve. Legal and corporate pressures intensified. Notices from government agencies reminded Parker of permits, taxes, and regulations, while corporations eyed the claim, calculating ways to take control. Offers flooded in, partnerships, buyouts, and security deals, but Parker remained focused on the land itself. This was about more than money. It was about history, legacy, and the satisfaction of seeing years of hard work pay off in a way that few could ever imagine. Every day required vigilance, and Parker remained at the center, guiding the operation with calm precision despite the chaos surrounding him. Continues his march toward another legendary season, reinforcing that experience, strategy, and discipline are critical to sustained success. The stakes for every miner remain high. Every ounce counts, every decision carries weight, and every moment could determine the outcome of the season. Parker's leadership, Rick's perseverance, Michael's adaptability, and Tony's strategic execution provide a full spectrum of what it takes to thrive in one of the world's most challenging mining regions. Each story reflects not just gold totals, but determination, resilience, and the reality of life in the Klondike. As the Klondike weather begins to shift, the stakes grow even higher for every miner. Rainstorms sweep across the claims, turning the once solid ground into a treacherous mud field. Trucks struggle to navigate the slippery terrain, and machinery becomes prone to clogging or malfunction. Parker Schnabel and his crew at Sulphur Creek must adapt quickly. The mud slows everything, but Parker refuses to let the season slip away. He pushes his team to maintain pace, carefully balancing the risks of working in dangerous conditions with the necessity of keeping the gold flowing. Every bucket of gravel and every ounce extracted is a reminder that in the Klondike, fortune favors those who act decisively, even in the worst weather. Parker spends hours examining the shifting ground, walking along the edges of his cuts, testing soil and gravel with his hands, and panning for even the smallest traces of gold. His instincts tell him where the richest spots might be, and he communicates this clearly to his foreman, Mitch Blash. Mitch listens carefully, adjusts the machines, and directs the crew with precision. Machines roar, and gravel pours into the wash plants as Parker watches intently, eyes scanning for any indication that the ground is hiding more gold than they initially expected. The tension is palpable. Every pause in the machine's operation costs time and money, but rushing could be fatal in the slippery conditions. Meanwhile, at Lightning Creek, Rick Ness is facing a different kind of pressure. His extended water license has given him hope, but the ground remains stubborn. The boulder cut has produced only a modest return, and every ounce must be accounted for. Crew members move quickly to fix mechanical failures and keep the operation alive. But Rick knows that if the gold doesn't increase soon, the season could end with a financial loss. The stakes are personal as well as professional. Rick feels the weight of responsibility for every decision, every ounce of gold extracted, and every crew member relying on him. He pushes forward, refusing to let fatigue or frustration slow the operation. At Paradise Hill, Michael Beets continues to work through the challenges presented by limited resources and muddy ground. His haul is modest compared to the others, but Michael is learning that mining is not only about raw numbers. Patience, persistence, and creative problem-solving are just as valuable. Rain continues to slow progress, but Michael adapts, redirecting water flows, maintaining the wash plant, and ensuring that every ounce is recovered. Mini Beets remains a guiding voice, offering insight and encouragement, reminding Michael that the work done now is building skills that will last a lifetime. Back at Sulphur Creek, Parker's expanded cut continues to deliver. Despite the challenging conditions, his team works with remarkable efficiency. Every machine, every crew member, and every movement is synchronized to maximize output. Gravel flows continuously, and gold is recovered at a steady rate. Parker monitors every tray, every ounce, ensuring that nothing is wasted. Provides a lifeline for the operation. While the haul is modest compared to Parker's, it represents survival and the opportunity to continue the season. Crew members celebrate cautiously, knowing that the work is far from finished. Rick Ness emphasizes the importance of persistence, adaptability, and careful planning as the operation moves forward. The challenges faced serve as lessons in resourcefulness and strategic thinking, crucial traits for any miner navigating the unpredictable Klondike terrain. Michael Beat's modest haul reflects the reality of working under limited resources and challenging conditions, yet it also represents a crucial milestone in his development as a miner. Each ounce recovered demonstrates the value of patience, adaptability, and problem-solving. Michael gains confidence in his ability to manage equipment, direct operations, and make strategic decisions. The experience reinforces that success is not solely measured by numbers on the scale, but by the skills, knowledge, and resilience developed in the process. Tony Beat's continued dominance highlights the benefits of experience, leadership, and efficiency. His team works in perfect coordination, ensuring maximum gold recovery and minimal wasted effort. The early bird cut produces impressive results, and each weigh-in reinforces Tony's position as one of the most formidable miners in the Klondike. His strategic mindset and meticulous attention to detail allow him to navigate the complexities of mining operations, maintain high productivity, and consistently achieve exceptional results. As the week draws to a close, the contrasts between the miners' experiences become clear. Parker Schnabel achieves historic results, demonstrating the rewards of bold decisions and meticulous planning. Rick Ness remains vigilant, focused on maximizing every opportunity and navigating obstacles. Michael Beats learns the value of patience, problem-solving, and resilience. Tony Beats continues control of his operation, achieving consistent results through experience, leadership, and efficiency. Each miner's journey reflects the harsh realities and incredible rewards of gold mining, emphasizing that success is earned through hard work, determination, and the ability to adapt to ever-changing circumstances. The episode concludes with reflection